Oh yeah, dude, there's a lot on this.
All day long. Let us hope and
it's
pray
pretty cool.
that
It's all kind of come down to this.
As we get into Lotus, Zeta going to be first here on this defense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, nothing crazy. We've got Nongshim on attack. We've got Zeta on defense.
It's do or die, win or go home for this stage.
And it does feel like the ISO comp since the nerf of the, well, nerf buff, whichever way you want to look at it. Since the single double damage, it's been not as good on this map, because normally you would do double damage over towards A to set up teams to go aggro A, but then you have another double damage for wherever they hit over towards B or they hit over towards C. And not having that does feel like it changes a good amount. Just on defense, really.
Was at reacting to contact. How good
like it looks like it's a little bit harder to go aggro and a little bit harder to hold on to both these sides.
Oftentimes mirroring where Clues wanted him. And Clues is going to get some information here very, very shortly.
I like this from Nongshim. It's going up against the no info sentinel. And I kind of want 10-10 to tuck in if my ISO's doing this, but I thought they were going to bait it out pretty heavy. Or just absolutely wreck everyone.
Not much damage suffered either. 74 health remaining here on the Neon. As the plant does come through on the A site. Zeta looking to play retake in a 5v3 as Domby takes a forward position, but immediately will get scouted. Looking for the close angle. Now swings in, but she'll be able to find that in reply. Time starting to bleed away a bit. Shield popped here. XDL as Domby going to be paranoid up, slides over to the side, gets himself across towards stairs. Here for the moment. The fuse now being started widely.
Gotta commit to see that spine.
Margaret does manage to find one, but right back onto the fuse they go.
Very nicely handled from Zeta. This was cool though as well. Making
yeah, you're already seeing a bit of a different look.
Making good use of the fact that they have no info sentinel pushing over towards B. This is very, very nice.
A lot of the game plan for him last week was to just kind of mirror some of his teammates' movement.
It was good as well because it was like
they
just took the space after they realized for sure they had lost A control. Right, as soon as that recon got shot over towards A.
And of course, you got Zeta guy there.
They have us on the iPad.
I love it.
That's so funny. For people that don't know, the guy that was kind of close here, he goes crazy on the reaction cams.
I will be getting in contact to the best of my ability to fly Zeta guy over here
yeah.
for the playoffs.
But basically, if they make playoffs, Achilles said he'll pay for the guy. He'll fly him over. He'll get him a ticket. He'll fly him over. He'll pay for the flights. So.
And 10-10.
And dude, this guy's so funny. You'll see him on the replays today. He goes crazy.
Looking for the weapon, and XDL not quite prepared. Slide forward. Gun scooped up, does manage to make it around the corner. Reaggresses back down the stairs. So that will end up getting picked apart. XDL able to find one more here.
Hold up.
It's a little bit chaotic, but it's still going to be the numbers advantage for the side of Nongshim as they look to tie things up 1-1 very quickly.
Has to clear this wall. That's why it was so key in the previous round to get rid of that deadlock early. Able to break it open. Space created, but this is going to be challenging.
They didn't pick up any of the guns.
Riding the wall forward. Split across the ways. Francis here in the smoke. The double tap about to expire. Paranoia goes across. Sugar Zero just cycling a smoke, but now going to be stunned up as the tap comes through. Push out the back. Francis finds XDL.
Nice,
Sugar Zero dead simultaneously.
Did he not mess up a little bit? Heard the sonic
Nongshim.
sensor, but then got shot by it. I mean, the mess ups before here, but
yeah, they go for those sheriffs and they work a treat.
I think he has to break that when he hears it early.
Again, you know, 10-10 trying to play
microphone,
off of the contact
it's like
from
it's
Clues.
sure something. I don't know what it's called, but it's sure something. It's like the standard one that everyone uses.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Grab net as well.
I don't know what it's
just slow Sugar
called.
Zero up. They hit the stuns
Yeah,
in the
that
back
one.
line.
The one that Lee Meepy said.
Now they've got some
yeah, these ones.
Firepower here on the third round. Just classics for Zeta. Nobody able to feel comfortable to buy up. And again, Clues stuck behind this wall. Immediately 10-10 shifting over.
Okay, devastating start from Zeta.
Not sure if it got cleared or not there. But yeah, everybody from Zeta
money's insanely good for these three right now. No follow-up. Well, okay, I also like. Okay, do you know what I really like here from Nongshim?
Caught XDL jiggling.
It's like they won this, but But then instead of treating this like a full buy, they're treating it like a bonus. Like they get they buy a Spectre and they buy a Outlaw on top of it. And there's a lot of teams at the moment that, even though they know the enemy team are going against a full eco, because it's like the next rounds, they don't do this. So this is cool. A good sign.
Doors open already.
Tap it.
It feels like a standard thing, but I'm telling you, I would actually say like 9 out of 10 teams won't have these and will have full guns in this round.
Now noting Shota's just going to tuck in behind the mound, goes up over the top, tries
Okay,
to find
convincing
something.
round as well. Very nice for them. They're going to get the barn also, so they're going to get that a little bit closer to the fade ult, get that money going.
Yeah,
Nice
really
start from
clean
Nongshim. Bacan, hello mate, 51 months. My goodness, Bacon. He just left this one
already
going.
getting, I think, a pretty good read on how Zeta wants to run with
Just getting that salary money.
The way he's going to play off of the early aggression to try to be the guy
Thank you so much,
on the
Bacan.
spot to kind of bail out Clues or whoever it is when the pressure is applied. And they're changing directions very nicely.
Bulldog Spectre Vandal from
So,
second round. They got
Zeta
Vandal Bulldog. There's only 2
rifles in
people.
hand. Pretty decent buy though still. The Nongshim's able to put together.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're in a very good spot as they effectively go into their bonus.
Yeah, I mean 3 rifles, a Bulldog, an Outlaw.
Oh wait, is that right?
500 on Francis,
Did they pick up?
45
Maybe
on
you're right.
Margaret.
Maybe they did pick up the
They're going to be
Spectre.
quite all right for sometimes 6K even.
Okay, either way, the Outlaw buy is nice.
So economy-wise,
No, I think you might be right. I think they did pick up the Spectre.
Broke it down.
Yeah, that's my bad.
He's got the overdrive, so can pull that out in a pinch if it's necessary.
I like this default though.
XDL.
Surprised they didn't see the trip get in place. Seeing some cool stuff with the deadlock on like proactive defaults, and then just punishing teams for retaking
Looking
space.
for the vice wall.
They're trying to spot it out, but
Question mark
not
created.
quite just
Oops.
yet. Situated
Question mark
over
created.
towards
Question mark
the safe
created,
side.
and they go a little bit proactive, but they should consider that someone is holding this because obviously someone has to hold this for the trip to get value anyway.
Gonna clear things out. The undercut does come through. Margaret strafes over the wall.
Margaret
Here, a jiggle
with an
peek, gun barrel
Outlaw.
not spotted either. But the backpedaling making some noise here as he knows the pressure is coming his way. Overdrive now going to be popped, and Ivy
A
finds
nice
the kill.
ult. They got a lot of space. They got a little bit of
4v4,
deadlock off the
XCL
plant
close
util.
by, Spike does get
Has the
planted.
Gravnet as well back up. Gravnet Molly.
Now they got to play for
Omen
retake.
Flash
A
still.
little bit of util to use. Still the relay
Dude, they
wolf
still have an Omen Flash. My
Full
Omen's
XDL.
playing here. I'm not sure about that.
has his shield. Paranoia. So a lot to work with.
Hasn't said it quite just yet, but I'm starting to bleed away. Diving forward here. 10-10 going to be taken down. Scouts out here for the squad, but damn, on this turn of the corner, instantly deals with XDL, shield and all. Ivy tagged up, but it's just Clues left standing. Swaps the weapons, is frantically searching for a target, but not to being able to find any here. Very limited. Domby will go
Okay,
ahead.
very,
strike
very
him
nice
down.
in the
That's going to be 3-1. Nongshim starting to stretch the lead now.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing a really good job.
I think
of
when this wall
kind of
goes
toying with
off,
Zeta's mind. Zeta
think I gotta
isn't
see some
reacting quite the
confidence
same
on the
as they were able
reclear.
to against Talon. And that's because Nongshim is
Johnny
applying
with the
pressure
prime,
at
thank you
different
for the
parts of map
21
and then
months.
making moves that is keeping Zeta guessing. And you can even see there with the positioning of that vice wall, because of the toxic screen, you don't know if they've gone to the other side or not. So that's something you need to rethink with that wall. It just isn't going to work in that, and it's only going to get worse. 6-1 for Ivy, but you know, so much of that has been like grab net pressure, the wall to gain information. Stuff like that is super annoying. I'm going to throw out the vulnerable to back Nongshim up. Immediately clear the wall.
Okay, change up from
Sheriff sent a
Zeta.
stinger for
Aggro over towards
Zero.
A. They invest the double damage.
There,
They
just
take a
trying
bit
to
of
see
space. In reaction,
anybody who's gonna try
Nongshim
to play off that haunt.
looks like they might just send to a
Zeta
fatal.
Too far back. Margaret again with the outlaw. Keeping track of rubble. A lot of times players will jump up on that rock to try to get info, but Sugar Zero keen to just do a little jiggling.
Oh, there's the jump peak. Gets the spot out. And now this space looking to be taken over here. Swing out from 10-10, immediately going to be shut down by Persia. It's
That's
the one
from
tap
Nongshim at the
gets
moment.
himself on the board.
Everything's really good. It's just slow,
Prowler spawning nothing over
methodical.
towards rubble.
Take space, hold the
Rotation's still coming
space,
through
wait
here
for them
from
to
Zeta,
push
but it's
back,
gonna be a quick little pivot here.
reclear
Nongshim with 40
areas,
seconds remaining. They're going to start working
look
back
for a
across
reaction.
towards that opposite side of the map.
Everywhere
Suspecting that they've
is
drawn the
like
attention
prepared
of
and
Zeta
ready for a
towards this A
reaction.
side.
You're right.
And yep, the door gets tapped, and that's
Door
everyone from
opens
Zeta now.
over towards
Here
A.
on
They
the
create a
wrong side
little
of the
bit
map.
of
They're doing a
pressure
great
with the
job.
smoke that goes up
Nongshim
as
really
well.
understands Clues' tendencies.
Margaret finding one, finding two.
Yeah, these are freebies.
Round after round, putting them down. As the spike now gets planted, Zeta gets the bad news.
This one surely done. Just how much damage can you do? Again, that wall going to slow up Sugar Zero. It's going to take a million years to break through that with the Stinger, so may just be a die to the spike scenario, or TP past it. That's true. You can do that.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets up forward here, but just not going to be able to have any kind of advantageous spot coming out of that smoke. Down will just go ahead and run down XDL with
this guy is
flawless round. Nongshim.
Guy is fun
now
to watch
4-1, 3 rounds the lead. Get another
Nongshim pretty much reaching max money on 3, I think, maybe even 4. I didn't get to check the other.
Struggling mightily over on that A side control. And Margaret's been fearsome with that outlaw. Catching players in rotation, all according to plan here for Nongshim. Just pulling Zeta across the map into different directions, catching them in over rotates. This time, big time rubble fight.
Okay, what we got?
Coming through, but with all that util comes Lunder's Fury.
Does get attacked, does get a kill. Francis going to be taken down.
A lot worse.
Further damage found is XDL. Ooh, the shield is already popped.
Oh my goodness, 10 HP.
Headshot there on the down. 10-10 at the same time, going to be eliminated. Sugar Zero again. Felled is Margaret. Continues to be a thorn in their side. Just looking for the wall bank shots. Takes him down very low. Shock dart out. Clues is eventually able to find Persia, and that gives a player advantage as well as the HP here to the side of Zeta Division.
Well, there was a moment there where I thought maybe Zeta was just going to immediately back off of that A site, but instead they hold the line. And Nongshim just happy to try a different direction. It's going to be the Vice wall over there. But my guess is
yeah, we can remove that bacon.
2-1, yep.
For sure.
3-2-1, get their way through. The Thorn's going to be late on the pop. Wall set up. It's going to be a full approach coming around from that mound side. Maybe a split in towards the door, but spike planted, hit and play. Margaret, he is looking to maintain dominance here for Nongshim.
Ivy's got the annihilation. This is actually very, very difficult.
This is a hell of a setup.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Defender set up from the attack. Ivy tucks back, looks for the shot. XDL a little bit faster. And Margaret
11
down to
HP,
11
I mean, that's
HP.
impossible.
Swings out, falls.
Okay, they use a lot of ults, but a round's a round.
It's going to be a very nice round victory.
This, though, is going to be a nightmare to go up against. Going to just see all of these ults used to make sure they can reset.
Very well could swing into Nongshim's way, but they weren't able to really get a lot of comfort off of that ult. It's kind of an awkward timing for Ivy to be swinging around that box. Huge win here for XDL. That one, he got popped in the head by that Phantom, down to 10 HP. Was able to get the aim back under control after the aim punch. That's huge. Yeah, let's go.
There he goes.
Love this guy. There we are. Just we're there in spirit.
Yeah. Chilling at the hub.
That's right.
Running Senna, yeah, he came out to get that seat. Wasn't giving that seat up.
Clear the haunt. Him and Sugar Zero trying to take control of Mound. Crossfire attempted.
Yeah, go for Alexi.
Control set up by Ivy.
Tap on it. Paranoia immediately coming through. As swing out, Sugar Zero going to be good for one.
Whoa.
Turns back towards Mount, finds another.
Damn, this is nice. I mean, it's a bit of individual greatness, to be honest, but it's a great round, especially on the round where they have all these ults.
As Zeta look to get within touching distance. Unless Margaret has anything to say about it.
From Zeta, they didn't want to sit and wait to get ulted on, to go proactive.
Yeah, now they're starting to get good reads, but even
no
more
matter what, I
you're
think they wanted to punish.
A lot of this is
well, no matter what, they had like a good reaction for the B pressure or C pressure. Yeah.
He turns for a great
so I think B is going to help out C, C is going to help out B,
no
matter what, with the wherever they see people.
Towards pillars is cleared. You're kind of feeling a lot more comfortable then to figure out who the hell opened that door and to get them dealt with.
PTSD when Sugar Hero appears a little bit. There was that split game where he dominated B, and I was like, man, this is too much.
Individual effort from
too close to home.
Now you have an operator for 10-10.
Just too good at it.
So immediately, actually was at C, but
yeah, repositions.
Couple smokes.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
like
they still
the
have a
early
lot of
He's
money,
about to
and on this one,
pretty
Zeta
good about the
don't go
reposition.
aggro,
Prowler spots
so...
nothing. Swing in comes through, and that's a collat. Dami and Francis both going to be taken down.
Dude, I noticed that... I feel like teams at the moment...
Fantastically done.
And maybe it's
Zeta
just
very
today.
Well, yeah, very well poised to tie this up, and whether it was 10-10
and maybe it's a Pacific thing as well,
asking him to reposition,
but dude, we gotta have...
set up on the
When you got
is
ults like
everything
this
at
to
the end of
cover
the
up
day here.
some
And
of
all it took
your
was one
util
smoke.
to hit sites,
You know,
we
one-way
got to be
setup
using other
by
bits of
Nongshim,
util
and he
to
doesn't
clear
feel like
the
they're gonna
angles
contest
to get
round.
into
They
the
haven't
positions
off
to
of that
use
smoke.
the ults.
Ooh.
Margaret. On the first
Maybe
kick
it's
to
just because
transfer
the
across to
second game was annoying me as well, where they weren't using the ult.
Zero
Oh
TPing
my
in
goodness.
behind Rumble. It's a little bit whippy at first, but
Dude,
eventually
doesn't
confirms
expect
the
it,
kill
though.
and confirms the round. 10-10 just
You think it's a
bounding
specific
his way
thing?
out of B.
Yeah, maybe they don't
35 seconds remaining.
maybe they
Persia
don't
on the lurk.
have as much set strat
no ult
ult
to pick
rounds,
up
and they
the
kind of
spike, so
just rely on the
Yeah, one
IGL
before. I mean,
more
if you can
for
find
it.
the operator,
That'd be huge.
it would be nice. They
I know
can afford
RRQ for
another
sure
one.
have set strats, like ult strats, but it's not
But
just
this
a
is Zeta
Pacific thing. But
starting
why is
to
it so
really
common
work
this year,
down
Bacon?
The economy.
Man, look at how aware 10-10 is.
He's back now. He's looking to just
Nothing but a
pull some
jiggle. there.
attention.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a jiggle, just a check. You know, some players might just dry peek that angle and pay the price. Instead, he's just confirming. Doesn't want to give up anything. Knows how valuable that operator is in his
Is it
hands.
more aware of it? I feel like I was pretty aware of it last year.
Very,
but
very good. Zeta bouncing back.
Just like that, 4-4. And
I feel like I've been aware of
starting
it
on this defender
all
side.
the years, if anything.
That is a decent enough position.
We wouldn't
Start
really
getting
let our
themselves
team
into
do
here.
that, Bacon.
Well, now they're starting to find their
Like
moments.
everyone
They're
had
being a little bit more proactive.
2 rounds.
One of those players that
Let's
just-
start using some ults.
Well, I mean, not today, but
Dude,
I-
XTL
yeah.
XTL already
Let's
has
see how that
another
fares.
ult though as well.
Gonna leave him alone to anchor that A
Nongshim
side.
call a timeout,
It's
so that's
not
want to
his
go aggro
individual,
again.
Like mechanics that have ever been in doubt for me. It's just sometimes the decision making, not just from him, but from Zeta as a whole, was a little bit off. Oh, got a peek.
Little bit of leg spotted there. As Overdrive does get popped, and 10-10 immediately gets shut down.
A little late on
Multiplayer
that.
stack up here, as that's going to be the draw in. XCL, I was going to say, go to the kill contract camp, please.
Oh
And Dami
boy.
this time wins it out. XCL going to be taken down, and Zeta's attempt at the crunch.
Yeah, and we
is
don't have
very
any
much
way to
falling to
trade on
pieces.
this.
Op still set up here from Shota as Prowler.
Still like
check
the
over towards
original
Rumble.
idea from Zeta.
fires off
It
a
makes a lot
shot.
of sense. You want to go aggro, make sure these ults don't get a chance
Surprised
to
he doesn't
exec
keep
on
that
you again.
disguise to try to bait them forward. Get a hit in at that range, but instead will redirect them over towards
Should
this B
this
site where
be
Sugar
a
Zero.
little bit better? Recon goes
drifting
in.
away.
Once the recon
that's
gets
kinda one of those
broken, then you
moments.
flash.
That I was just alluding to. He has tremendous skill, but
It's not too bad.
decision making there a little bit questionable, and this Nightfall sucks.
Smoke cycle in the back, and that's going to be Clues taken down. Down B.
Okay,
Nearly
finally using the ults as
eliminated,
well
but
then.
Still able to survive. Wall set up
This is
here.
what they wanted to do the run
Cutting
before.
off Shota and Sugar Zero, and given they have the op in play, it's looking like it might just be a save. As Nongshim look to regain the lead.
Well, this is just great understanding of the situation by Nongshim and their coaching staff with those 2 ults available from the duelists. They were so ready from the beginning for that attempted crunch play. And obviously getting the early info on 10-10's movement kind of gave the game away. And then he popped the ult a little bit too late, swinging the corner and was trying to get the lasers out, and
Yeah.
it's not quite there.
A lot of things could have changed there. Could have just backed away.
Well,
try to take
with
the
this round,
aggression.
everyone, dude,
Yeah.
everyone's money is
But-
incredible.
They commit in for the call. Zeta Division paid the iron price. Nongshim break that minor little win streak, get themselves back on the horse, and now back into the lead by 1 round.
Again, just great recognition.
I think the idea of this
Struggling a
round
little
looked
bit in those
good,
contracts today.
but I
Like said,
think
that Nightfall not good for
it
Clues.
looked like when
Now it's coming out. Downbe's running at you.
it
What
looked
do you
like
do?
when they cleared here,
Pretty difficult.
they didn't know what to do.
Still though, op and play rifles.
Because
for
it looked
everybody
like once
else.
they got this part of map control and
Again,
they
they're gonna
hadn't
go
got a
back to
kill, they hadn't like
10-10 and
experienced that in
Shota, or
practice,
excuse
so
me,
they
Sugar
didn't
Zero
know
at Mound, but
what to do once they
again,
had
it's
this
that
map
same
control
early
for
smoke,
free.
That same one way, and 10-10 immediately moves. As
Because
soon as that
then
one-way
they
comes
slide
he knows
out,
it's not
they
gonna be
late
OC.
omen flash.
He's gonna go to stairs.
We didn't peek
But
from B
Nongshim is
or drone from B,
taking
I'm
their
pretty
time.
sure.
I think they're trying to figure out where this op is and then do something else.
It just looked like they didn't know what to do once they had successfully got this. I imagine in practice they'd have went 4 people. Yeah.
There at B main. Margaret, statuesque. Here at Rock. Wall to go ahead and just cover them, cutting across over towards the door behind this rubble position. Not giving sightlines over to 10-10. Seems like they have a very solid understanding of where he's going to be positioned. Then again, Margaret will end up falling. Slight little attempt at a shot there. It's a slide across. Damage is very much suffering. Shot that's going to be taken down. 10-10 looking for another one there. Blind. Nothing more to be found. Annihilation does get sent. No one grabbed up. It's going to now a 4v3. Dambi. He's getting the one tap there, point blank. Wall to try to lead down the rope. Shot
Sugar Zero.
Not finding connection.
I was going to say, is he going to be aware of this?
Back here by Francis over at stairs. Zeta Division. A very difficult task of trying to get their way back into this one. Right now, just breaking down the wall at back sight. Time starting to bleed away. Swing out. Dambi on good for a third. Clues eventually able to find some stability. Cleans up XDL, finding
the
another.
deadlock afterplant stuff is so strong.
Doesn't know which way to look.
It's so strong.
Francis will swing out. Zeta make their.
Surely. Uh-oh. Long one. Is it just me, or?
Around the way that this Zeta comp is set up, you have to take a lot of contact. Right?
To be honest,
you don't have
in
many
terms
flashes.
of timing,
you have the paranoia and you have
too bad.
the arc rose. That's it. So Dambi can play angles like that because he knows that they don't have much utility to clear him there. And so he's going to be able to punish any attempted peek outs. And they're doing such a good job. You know, early in the game, they were working the map really nice. And they are now starting to find
refresh
their
it,
moments.
refresh
In this game,
on
just great recognition of kind of how Zeta wanted to position the operator and where to go after that. So Zeta this time going to slide 10-10 a little bit further forward.
Surprised, I'm surprised Zeta didn't go for aggro A on this round.
Considering going for the drone, and I think that had he, it would have been absolutely slaughtered there. Dambi would not be dissuaded
by the thorns.
Just going sliding forward, trying to catch him with that util out.
I'll find you.
Wants in towards the back. Blues looking for a setup. Recon quickly cleared out though.
Okay, we've got to keep an eye on the luck, and we've got to keep an eye on Shota getting to this pause to use his ult. Because you would imagine that Nongshim have some kind of plan.
Peeking over from Waterfall. Is that shot on the Persia just narrowly misses?
Well, there goes the ult. Is that not the whole retake done?
Would have been a critical pickup.
I think that's the whole
now
retake
this
done.
Backstep gets closer and closer as Margaret continues wandering forward, about to wrap around over by Waterfall. Waiting for the strike. Ivy holding close. Sugar Zero finding one with that op. He's in a committed position.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole retake completely crumbles. When the whole reason they were like fighting, well, not fighting on C and to leave C was because of the
because of the Visal. Having just tremendous impact on the Neon. And you know, when you put the operator on the Neon, makes things a little bit tricky,
unlucky,
so they pass it over Sugar Zero, but 10-10 just swings around a corner and dies for his troubles. And as the side of Nongshim, you can just hold that tight angle looking towards C Hall and just spray it down, and very tough to get through there. Again, not a tremendous amount of util for Zeta to really clear through some of those spots. You know, you have to get it done on rifling. Maybe a good vulnerable, maybe a good paranoia can open a little bit of space for you, but you're gonna have to do more off the back of it. XDL covering. Try to push up off this drone. Is Ivy going to be ready for him to be this close?
No trips behind at the moment.
No, he's got insanely good timing here.
Yeah, he's
just slowly continuing to walk in behind. Sees where the op is dropped now.
Yeah, and that delay is great.
Spots out the first. Pulls
Does
the trigger.
he
Persia
pop his shield, keep dueling, or?
Here, behind the door, is able to find one. It's Dambi goes sliding forward. B-site now looking to be the target. This is Zeta. Oh, XDL melted at range. Shots flying here at 10-10, trying to line them up. Can't make it happen, but player advantage still established. Paranoia not connecting. Margaret's position previously known. Spike here on the floor, but they're looking to fight together. They're looking to fight forward.
Oh!
Now they're segregated. They're split apart, and Margaret looks for it, and he has it.
They
The Red
really
Bull
stole
clutch
this.
to get Nongshim up 8-4. Colin Thatcher, this man is a tyrant.
7-5, not bad. Yeah, there's a reason I
Massive
didn't say
blunder by
it.
Zeta.
It
I
wasn't like
that, but
fully secured.
nicely done.
Not that it stopped me in the past.
This is a
but
massive blunder by Zeta.
Yeah.
You have
No,
the
it really
spike down
is.
on the B site.
yeah.
There's better ways to hold that. You could fall back to C lane and cover from gravel or something. I don't think there's any reason to split up there and give Margaret those 1v1s. I mean, credit to Margaret to take advantage of it. Great job.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
That's a tilter.
Rough one. They really needed that 5.
Brutal. From looking like they were going to be in a good position to get back into this half here. Ends up being an 8-4. Now, Zeta Division needing to take this right step forward, because remember, they picked up the pistol to start off this map.
And then immediately got ecoed. I mean,
Yeah.
be like that sometimes. I mean, this is such a different map for them. Like, you think about
There's too many.
Talon,
He's not
they
wrong
got the
though. There's
bonus
too many big rounds
after
that they
winning
lost
their
to
defensive side
win this
pistol.
map. You would imagine.
10-10 came out on that third round, had a tremendous triple kill. This time they're just shut out. And it's so difficult. You can see that Donby is giving them absolute fits. They don't have a ton of util to slow him down either. You know, the Vice stuff often just not in play when it matters. You know, credit to Nongshim. They're all over the map. They're
Dude, what's going on?
when it matters. You know, credit to Nongshim. They're all over the map.
Wait, that's your stream dead? Oh, the actual stream's dead, fully. Chobra's at the event.
Holy.
There's still Chobra.
Just very, very patient. Clues trying to figure out what the setup is on the C site. Ivy still has his wall. They're making it in terms of just macro
okay.
game
Hold up.
plan. Trying to figure out what's going on. Contact on the other
What
side.
are we doing?
This is a little bit tough for Nongshim to read.
Let's stick with Chobra
It
for
is.
this round.
But there's no reason
Looking
to
for the stun.
overextend. Okay, you heard the shield. You heard the shield. Don't
Legs.
fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I mean, now you have to fight it. You don't have a choice.
It's going to be Francis collecting the first.
What a
2-0.
leader.
Take it
What
down
a
10-10.
leader. Oh, the
Steal at 7
cover.
HP.
It's beautiful.
Not looking good for Zeta to try
You
to
just
find
stay
another
the whole
win.
time?
Take that first step towards running back this map.
They popped the double tap and they just felt like they had to go.
Okay. I mean, just chill. Just chill. We
Lotus
don't know where the
now is
rest.
gonna be
Okay.
overwhelmed,
Nice.
surrounded.
Nice. Play the numbers.
Into the corner,
Play
showing
the
the dead
numbers. Isn't
XCL.
this so
I mean, just
refreshing, chat?
net
We've
here
seen
at
so
his
many
feet.
teams this past week.
And it's going to be a
not play the numbers.
flawless pistol victory.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nongshim
Flawless pistol.
Get up
Easy
9-4.
work.
That's so funny,
TMV's
bro.
watching my stream,
I
and
mean, they're
Sliggy's
just all
watching
over.
my stream.
Zeta has an opportunity.
Shout
at
out
the
to
Rumble
Sliggy and
fight, but
TMV.
can't
If
hit their
any of you
shots.
guys have any Prime subs lying
Nongshim.
around, feel free to drop by my channel and
It's
Prime
not
sub,
even
and then
their
you're
aim.
free to go back to Sliggy and
Able to
TMV's
find
chat.
their
Thank you
moment.
very much.
They're just shutting that down. I mean, I don't mind the idea from Zeta. You've got the shield pop. You use
That's
Is it
10
very
good
try
good.
to
to
break
lurk
some
on
angles.
pistol? I mean, that just depends on how you play it. That just depends on how you play it.
10-10 there, just peeked around, had to check the other side of Rubble, paid the price.
Shameless, so you gotta
Right,
respect
just-
it. You gotta
just don't
capitalize on that
overheat.
kind of stuff.
Sliggy's
Nongshim.
watching, Domby.
Just classics.
Don't make him pull the red
Turn up
cards
the
back
pace a
out.
little bit here.
Dude, Danby has like
Don't
3
do
to
it.
be fair.
Here
Oh,
at the
Margaret,
entryway.
Margaret's fine here.
Drop
Whoa,
down.
ah,
Margaret going
ah,
aggro,
ah!
able to find one, looks for the transfer, and it does connect. It's just an absolute meat grinder.
What are we even worried about? What are we
They'll
even
take
worried
him
about,
low,
chat?
but they cannot take him down.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Flawless.
2 Akuma 2.
It's now 10
I think it's just
to 4.
Akuma.
Zeta
Thank you for the
So
gifted
funny,
sub.
dude.
going to their buy
Thank
round.
you so much. Thanks for the
See
support.
if they can slow it
Welcome.
down.
Welcome.
Nongshim
See you
stop them
soon
from
with the
converting this
resub,
bonus,
the
'cause
tier
if
1
they do,
resub. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll leave
as
it.
good
I
as
can't see
over.
the
Rhythm
content.
Valorant with the Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support.
Margaret
Nongshim will remember
really doing
this.
well today.
Thank you very much.
Finds that little corner
thanks,
to hide
Rhythm.
in.
Dude, where's the other stream? Don't even have it up.
Really
Spray down
appreciate
with
it.
the
Did I get
Spectre
rid of
and
it?
switch over
Time
to
to
Ghost
go
after
to
it
it,
runs
yeah,
out.
yeah.
stream.
By the way, there's an O.
Go sub to Chobra. Dude, that's so funny.
See if they can slow it down Nongshim, stop them from converting this bonus, because if they do, this map is as good as over.
Man, done sold his soul.
Margaret really doing well today.
Yeah, he's getting it in, dude.
Finds that little corner to hide in.
That was good.
Just spray down with the Spectre, has to switch over to the Ghost after he runs out. By the way, there's an Odin here for Nongshim.
Oh boy.
And this A Rubble fight might kick off.
Well, looking for the
Oh.
C's. 10-10 able to avoid that.
Pretty
Since
sure the
relay
server
as
lagged
TP
and it's
comes
not
in, but
just a
Sugar
neon.
Zero is there, Persia. It's getting taken down as Dombi around the corner just in time to avoid elimination. Gets tagged up and has a regen
It actually
shield.
does look like it's lagging. Maybe we are going back to Trevor.
Margaret the whole time has been just pushing space.
Slowly creeping forward.
The timing, though, he might be stepping out a little bit early.
Oh, has the ghost, and it will be noted. Looks like they're going to just try to leave XDL in a forward spot here. Have him play for these flanks. Prowler to check. Seems like quietly Nongshim reading that this is likely going to be just a lurk rather than the
One
full
person
forces.
fake.
Especially as 10-10 starts firing off shots over here towards C. Snakebite will hold them at bay for the moment.
When you've got the
It doesn't
deadlock
really
wall at the entrance
make
of B, so
sense
yeah, you can
what they just
get
did.
a little bit extra to the C hold. Still, you don't have any information on A Rubble, though.
Oh boy.
Oh no, this grab net. Oh,
Sends it, shorts it. Sensor did get triggered now. Trying to push their way forward. Margaret
Yeah.
swinging out from
You can
that
kind of
back
just
corner. Seems to
shoot your
find
way
one.
through.
Solid reply from
It was a
10-10
little bit weird
shows up.
over towards
For
A,
the
I'm
moment,
not
he's
gonna lie.
be the only casualty.
They did double damage and shot the fade out like
Huddle
they
over
so they
in
wanted
towards
to
the
hold
B
one
side.
over
Plant
towards
now
its
coming
great
through.
pressure,
Handful of seconds
and then
to
at the
spare.
same
Let's push over
time
the
they
corner.
insta
XDL on the angle.
recon. So it's like they were
Intercept,
creating
shut
pressure
down
here and
Dombi.
here at the same time. So all they're gonna do is like the only
Just the
place that was
Odin
gonna
to
be
contend
weak
with
was
now.
B. They still just forced their way in though, and they got the kills. But
easy.
And XDL will be able to go ahead.
a lot of the times it's not
and
gonna work.
Win out that fight. So just
Dexter, I
one
deal with the
casualty.
Prime.
Zeta
Appreciate
played
the
the
11
anti-bonus
months.
quite
Thanks
well.
for that.
Given the Odin investment, it's a bit more costly, but still enough money to go ahead and pick up another one here for the side of Nongshim, given that the first 2 rounds of this half are flawless.
Yeah, that's a huge pickup there for Sugar Zero. Able to keep 10-10 alive so he can keep pushing that space. Just able to get ahead of that util in time. Very nicely done. But XDL looking still okay on the ISO.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't
Can
been
they
as
get
good as
2
it
in a
was
row?
against
Money's
Talent,
really low. If
12
Zeta
and
want to do
11.
this, it's now.
Need
This
to
is
see
their
him
map
win some of
pick,
those
so
kill
this
contracts
is
when he gets
pretty
to
much a must-win round. Like they've actually got to win this round.
That's not fun for Zeta
Fade
there.
eye
Just
goes
back right
out, that
all
clears
that
all the
util.
way over towards
This is gonna
A.
be a
So
quick
instant
pivot
reaction
towards
from
B.
losing A when
Yeah,
they
you
wanted
got
to
the
fight. It
wall
was to
there.
4-pass and walk
I mean,
B, where they
I don't
meet a
think Zeta
wall.
should press forward with this anymore. It's a little obvious what's going on.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good amount of
that's
damage.
bold.
XDL just trying to jump across towards
regen
the
armor,
door
though.
side. Hit the 59.
Let's have the regen shield.
Does.
Yeah, where did they use the drone?
And it's 10-10, taking a bit here from the Odin. Taking even more from the Odin. This is just massacring him, and he hasn't even
Oh
seen
my
a single
goodness.
person. Francis comes up with 2. 10-10's at 5 HP. Persia's on top of the rubble.
Yeah.
Does manage to go ahead and
I
find
do
him,
like
but
this game plan though. This game
we should
plan's
consider
good. This is
XDL.
like dude,
to
Odin
clutch
over
this out
towards
in
here. We've,
2v3.
I mean, I've been speaking about this for like
Obviously,
3
some
years.
shots, they know that
It's
he's playing
crazy
nearby.
underrated against how a lot of people
wall
like
to
to
try to
really
lead them
clear over
forward.
towards A.
XDL trying to break things open. But Dombi just breaks the shield, slides in. Sugar Zero now.
Especially when a team struggles,
to deliver.
especially when you got like an ISO.
Top
So
of
say
the
like the
plant,
drone would come out early,
almost
right?
spotted.
It would get
3
shot,
swings and
and then
Margaret is
ISO's
there,
gonna pop his shield.
refilling
Like
the
that
space.
spam is gonna take that shield down real fast.
Nongshim not allowing for Zeta to string
But I think they
anything
messed
together
up.
so far here in this
They
second
used their
half.
drone
They'll
when they
move up
wanted to go
11.
over towards B.
It's just so
Oh yeah, it
difficult
went
for
above
Zeta in
here.
situations like that with Francis out in the open. You don't have anything to really clear
Yeah,
him
they got
unless
so
you hit a
wrecked.
great paranoia or a great vulnerable from the
As soon
ISO,
as
and
they,
neither do.
as soon as they use that
paranoia
drone
goes
over
wide.
towards B,
Francis
I'm
can
not even
just
sure
sit
you
there
can
and
re-clear
spray.
over towards A.
You can just hold angles. I mean, the coordination
Especially once
here
you've had the
for Zeta
Odin.
starting to crumble a little bit as
Like
well.
you got to use the ISO
Players
wall.
trying to take some of these individual fights.
Then they
in the
used that
later
with their
stages
original
of
A
the
hit.
rounds.
So they kind of just had none of the util to get back
Just
out.
not quite there.
I'm in a flaming mood. I'm not
coordination
in
for
flame. I've been
Zeta.
nice today, Boo. I would say
Crumbling at the hands of Nongshim's oppressive
they
game
just
plan.
they just messed up.
Back onto their old comfort
I mean,
picks.
you know what they did.
Ivy on the
Come on.
deadlock, Dombi on the neon. And you can see why they
The
were able to
10
get here, why they were able to
streak,
win
my
Ascension
goodness.
last year on the basis of
Wait,
using
that means
these
you
agents,
that means you
because they're
managed to
so
watch
damn good at it.
your own
They
game
they
or the stream
understand
of your
the
own
map
game
really
as well.
well. They're using that deadlock
that
util
10.
on this side of the map to
Watch the
get
game
info
after
on
your game, maybe.
where Zeta's going to be, how to shut it down, and then how to rotate base off of that. They're making great reads. Francis does such a wonderful job preparing for these matches. Meanwhile, Zeta still
Is it
trying to get a
Americas?
hold.
Oh yeah, it's the long
of this
stream.
map.
You're right.
not much room to maneuver now.
Yeah,
Not
nice.
much room for mistakes. Zeta just a sheriff. As he bought out
Stream striving, yeah, it's got the phone up for his own game.
Dombey, he's got a judge.
Gets the
Hasn't been running
judge
this the
out.
entire time. And now
Judge,
he's looking
Odin.
to break some hopes and dreams.
Prowler
and
spots
inflict
one
some
over
mental damage.
towards
Clues is
B.
gonna be able to find one, though.
Pleasure
Margaret take it
is...
down outside of
he
outside
might
of
just
C, I
face
should
this
say.
now because his mate
Shotgun
died.
nearly landing perfectly at
Surely
Percy's
gets
feet.
traded.
We're going to be tapped. XDL, however, able to find one. The judge now striking. Dombey comes up with the elimination. But XDL continuing to look good. Finds himself a second here in the round.
God, if you could grab Dombey with that ult, should be a pretty easy win.
And he swapped over. And he will
Ooh,
be
they're
able to
not
go ahead
messing
and get the grab.
around.
Beautiful.
25 advantage as double tap. Not sure what's going on with that one. Shield's been
Oh,
broken.
boy.
Dombey wins out the
Oh, he
fight.
grabbed a Vandal.
Yeah, headshot comes in. Yeah, he had swapped out the weapons previously. As slide forward. Would have been a hell of a transfer there from 10-10. Can't quite make it happen. This is still going to be costly regardless, but right now Zeta very well
No
poised.
chance. Dude, he
Quick look back
checked.
from Ivy, giving a
Damn,
thought to
he
this
checked.
flank. Is the shot
I
takes
respect
three,
that
but
he was
third
even
time's the
considering
charm.
this at one point.
Shota will arrive right when he's needed.
All right.
And
Force
Zeta
him down
now
to an
get up
eco,
to
though.
6, still 5
It's
to go to
still
try it
doable.
up.
Crazy. Just XDL there. Good shock darts to keep the players behind Mound off balance. And immediately got Dombey swapped over to that Vandal.
Enemy C. Last player
Ivy
standing.
able to react to the push out from 10-10, but he got a nice kill sliding through. Well, okay. Need a little bit more of that. I mean, I'm glad you're very happy, but you're still 5 rounds behind.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
Outlaw.
still a hell of a lot. It says, okay, no judge this time, but a Bucky.
Outlaw and can
Still a
one-shot
classic for
everyone.
Dombey. It has another
Damby
drive
gets the
behind it.
Bucky out, and we've
Everybody
seen
trying to be
some
Mr.
mad
Fallen
things
now.
with a Bucky this week.
Ooh,
So
paranoia.
there's no way they want to punish with a
Monstrous
Bucky.
tap at the door.
My God.
Ends up sending it. The slide forward. Dombey misses the first pump, so Shulta's able to find him. Takes him down. Ivy able to find another one as it's just complete and utter chaos here in the round. Suddenly a 2v2. Sheriff's in hand. The paranoia across. Francis doesn't know where the
going on?
hell he's at. And
Oh,
Margaret,
God.
He's hitting him in transit.
Oh,
and he gets
no
the headshot on
way.
the
There's
slide.
no way, man. How?
What in the hell just occurred? Nongshim are now up to map point. They've got 4 ultimates. And I don't know what's been happening. It's a thrifty.
I mean, it just gets a little out of control, and that's very nice. I mean, look at they're bouncing
No,
across.
they're both
You can't
jumping
do
out.
that there. You got to peek that corner. They're going to punish you if you do that stuff.
Yeah, they're
Margaret
both
is a
jumping
tyrant.
out.
I'll say it again.
He is.
This guy's
But you can't give them those opportunities.
absolutely insane. Pick
6
now in
chances,
play.
and they got a lot of ults.
Sonic sensor set up within this one. There's the drone. Blind
Oh, he's
shot
got good
attempted,
timing,
but
he didn't
tucks
see
back
him.
in. Has not been spotted.
Oh, well.
They just spam that corner. 10-10 might just go down.
Cleared all of A. Fade Eye goes out, clears all of close A as
They're gonna
well.
back off of it.
Dude, yeah, Zeta have to
Just
go
seeing if
re-clear
maybe
over towards A.
It made a reaction.
Dude, we used our drone
Out of
again.
Nongshim
How are we
there.
meant to
Maybe you could
re-clear
get
anywhere?
The wall to come out from Ivy. But the discipline, it's been off the charts for Nongshim. Dombey, him and Shota in a standoff.
It's going to be a
Thank
timing
goodness.
here. Gets that
Hello?
across on a 3. Looking for the relay bolts on now. The overdrive going to be popped on. Turns his sights back in towards B main.
What is
the
this,
paranoia
bro?
is absolutely gorgeous. And
Dude, he's
Dombey
unstoppable.
is absolutely
My
shredding.
goodness.
Attacker spawn.
Picks up the 3rd. Looking for the 4th. Looking for the finisher. Sugar 0. Will deny that away from him.
30 seconds left.
There is no denying
Well.
this map from Nongshim.
Ah, they use their drones so
13 to
freely.
6, a one-sided affair, and Zeta's map pick. Nongshim
Nice
are
them for
looking
Nongshim,
hungry,
though.
and they have their eyes set on the playoffs.
No
Look
doubt.
convincing.
They are just well drilled.